It's Sunday, October 22nd, 2023. I'm out here at Cornutus. You see our tractor behind me and the motel behind me as well. We got roofing work, drywall work, irrigation system I'm putting in, a bunch of projects as always, but I wanted to stop and talk to y'all about land, of course. So, this is kind of my weekly vlog, so to speak, the land talk. And we got a busy set of business and schedule going on right now on the land side. 5 or 6 different subdivisions. One that I'm really excited about that I just found on the MLS. It's in West Texas. I'm buying it for $25,000 down and $132,500 over 5 years. I'm paying them, I think it's like $3,000 a month or whatever it works out to be on that note. It's a 7% interest note, and I found it online, and it was literally already subdivided into 17 different lots. The problem with it is that not all the lots have power access, basically, and to run power out there is like $50 per foot. It's insane, right? So you always got to know your costs going into the project. But I decided to go forward with the deal anyways because I can sell some of the lots as bigger lots, either 10 or 15 acre lots. It's 17 5-acre lots, by the way. It's like 88 acres in there. So some of these lots will be sold bigger because they touch the power line, right? So instead of having to spend like 50 or 60 G's just to put in power to every 5-acre lot, I'm just going to sell some lots as larger acreage. That way I don't need to expend the cost up front. That's a whole economics game. We talk about running economics and knowing your IRR or your yield, and you just got to run the economics and see if it makes sense to spend the money on power or roads or whatever it is, and then make the decision either to put them in and get that added value for the land and whatever that yield ends up being on your return on investment, or forego all the costs, put them off to your customers, or in this case sell bigger lots of land. So that's the goal on that one. We got a couple others going on. My Andrews subdivision is going well. We just put in the roadside sign out there. I'm super excited about that because it's right along the highway, so it's got a lot of traffic. If you're gonna put in a sign, obviously the more traffic the better. So right along pavement, we're gonna see how many calls I get on that thing. But we've sold 10 lots out of 32. I just collected a $5,000 down payment from a gentleman. He's giving me $5,000 down and $1,500 a month for 84 months for 20 acres out there near Andrews, Texas. So I was able to sell 2 lots to him, and what I'm doing is I'm advertising 60-month notes on that, so 5 years, but I have the flexibility to kind of stretch it. I don't really want to go longer than 84 months because then I'll take a discount if and when I go to sell those notes to investors. So I have the capacity to stretch it out to 84 months. That's what I did for him. That way I can lower my the monthly payment for him so it's more affordable. But what I'll do is I'll increase the principal amount, the amount I'm loaning, just a little bit when I do that, usually because it takes me longer to get back my money, so it's not as good of a deal as if I can get my money back quicker. So stretch the payments, increase the principal a little bit, but get his monthly payments as low as possible, because that's what they're wanting, is that monthly affordability on land. So that project's going well. I got another project out in near Midland, Texas. Super pumped about this. The plat is almost finished. It's almost approved. Well, the plat's finished, but it needs 2 more signatures before it can go in front of the county. And man, to get some of these utility providers to sign off on it, you would think it would be easier. It's easier said than done. It's like it needs to get in front of the right person. They never answer their email or their phone, and you need to just cross your fingers that they sign it in a decent amount of time. You need to constantly hound and stay on them. We're on this one guy to the point where he's kind of like, man, I'm the manager of the whole region. I'll get to it when I get to it. And it's like, dude, it's literally just a signature on a plat. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get it in front of the commissioners for approval. So it's been 10 days, still waiting on 2 signatures. We got a county commissioner court meeting in 9 days. So 9 days from now, We need the signatures before then, but we'll see what happens. It's 150 acres and we have 60 lots out there. One of them has a house. It's got like a 500,000, probably even more, like a $700,000 home on there. Bought it for 1.1 million. I think it's worth 3.5 to 4, all said and done. I just got the quote for the road on it yesterday. I think it's like 6,000 foot or so of road. And the quote came in pretty good, actually. It came in at like 100 grand, but it was a little bit thinner caliche. Obviously, when you're building dirt roads or any roads, it comes down to thickness. Trucking costs is a big thing. How far away from the pit or the quarry are you? This one, the pit's right next door, so the trucking costs very, very straightforward, very easy. Probably knock over the fence and bring the rock right on the property. But trucking, obviously labor, them building the road, equipment rentals, etc. How much rock, how thick your road is going to be, how wide, so that's how much rock you need. All those are big factors that go into it. So you kind of obviously want to make the roads, in an ideal scenario, you make the roads as thin as possible and as narrow as possible. But the problem with that is that they get worn out quicker, right? Whether it's paving or dirt roads, so, it's all just a game of back and forth. How long do you want them to last? How much do you want to spend? What does the county require? Weighing all those factors, right? So that's where we're at on that one. But it's been a good last month or so. I'm trying to do 2 or 3 Facebook posts and ads per day, per week, sorry, for the company, my company, whether it's myself and or Brian. We're trying to do at least 2 per week, marketplace and or business page ads with boost and ads ran to them, spending ad money and getting leads and selling land. Been on a pretty good sales kick here, selling at least 1 a week. I think we're probably selling 2 or 3 or 4 even per week in the last month or so. We got traffic coming behind. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but we got saws going on over there, saws and drills and stuff going on over there, drywall, roofing, plywood being cut, all that stuff. Just keep pushing away here at Cornudas. This property's almost ready to fire up and get operational. We've been making a little bit of money out here, but we really need to get it cash flowing, renting out the motel behind me, which we already have, but we need to start renting it out more, renting out the mobile homes out here. It'll be a good spot. But you know, land is what funds all this. Land is what brings home the bacon, so to speak. These subdivide projects are something that all of us need to be looking at constantly doing case studies, analyzing projects, crunching numbers, talking to the county, doing test marketing. How much can we sell it for? How much can we buy it for? Once you do that again and again and again, that's when the projects kind of just start to emerge. And when you really get the deep knowledge, you're able to find a project a lot easier that way, you know. But it's been a good month of October. I'm excited to push strong into the end of the year. I want to try and do these more consistently. The goal is to do a land talk every single week on Sunday. All right, so Sunday, October 22nd is a wrap. I need to get back to work, continue laying hoses and doing my irrigation project, and I will see y'all soon.